Junior Dos Santos fights the Black Beast Derrick Lewis this Saturday at UFC Wichita, and you can watch the entire UFC Wichita event on ESPN+. Don't wait. Sign up for a free trial of ESPN Plus by clicking the link in the description.
Yeah, I think he's a tough dude, a very strong guy, so he can defend himself very well, even in the ground. But man, yeah, it's fight. You never know what's gonna happen, and I'm ready to bring some surprises, against him.
Very dangerous fight for both men. I think this might be one of the few fights that we see Junior Dos Santos try to hit some takedowns and put Derrick Lewis on his back. For Derrick Lewis, I think he has to be ready to try to defend takedowns. Believe it or not, yes, I think Junior Dos Santos may try to take down Derrick Lewis. But, obviously Dos Santos has tremendous speed. I think he has the speed advantage against Derrick Lewis. I think Derrick Lewis probably has the power advantage, if I'm being honest, especially with the hands. So I think Dos Santos has more tools. He just has to fight very smart in this one. I think Dos Santos gets it done. Let's go with round 2. Let's go with TKO.
All right, Junior Dos Santos, round 2, technical knockout.
I like that one, Zabit. Brian Ortega. That is fascinating.
What do you think, Chris? No,
it's possible. I mean, because if you're looking at who's right, Max is moving up. I mean, unless Ortega, I don't know if he said this, but I mean, maybe he waits for Max to come back down or whatever. But I would imagine he's going to want to stay more active than that. Right. So he's going to have to take a fight.
It looks like Zabit's all right. That guy looks like he'll jump back in.
Yeah.
What's that guy doing in his pastime? Training to kill people.
Wrestling.
That guy that guy looks rough. I mean, and the grappling exchanges, picture what that'll look like. He's got a different type of style, but he does have some long-ass limbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ortega gets a hold of anything, it's a fucking
It's a problem, yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, you could sell that fight for sure. I mean, I don't know. To me, the only sticking point there would be is if Ortega doesn't want to, Zabit's a real big challenge, and he's lower in the rankings. So.
Yeah, he's 5 people down, but that is what else is he going to do? That's a big fight.
Right.
Chaos theory is crazy. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's why you lost fight. Nah, I didn't lose a fight for therapeutically releasing my mind. That's probably the only reason I was able to make the fight, through music and listening to spiritual stuff that really just, kept me going when I didn't want to go.
Wow, you and Nate Diaz, who would have thought? Birds of a feather. You guys are linked together.
I wouldn't say linked together. We're nothing is together. Our skill level is way apart from each other. He's a bottom feeder. It was funny because he walked by me. He's like, "F you, Kobe," flipped me off when I was sitting front row when he was walking by cage side. So, it's just funny, man. Keep that energy, Nate. If you're so tough, man, let's see it inside the cage.
If I was John Jones, I would have said, listen, I've done everything I can here. I like everybody, there's a lot of these champ things floating around. A lot of 2-weight division champions. You know what? 2-weight division champion sounds nice to me. DC, what are you doing, buddy? Come on, let's go. You want to get that win back? I've beaten you twice. Let's see if you can do it at heavy. See if I can do it at heavyweight. I would have said something like that.
Could John Jones beat anybody at heavyweight? Because we talked last week about the hypothetical Francis Ngannou John Jones fight. Like, holy shit. Could John Jones though? Could he do it? I think he probably could. I think.
Well, so that's an interesting topic, because what you're saying is and this is what we always see on these champ fights. The person that steps up or goes down a weight class, as we've seen happen with TJ and Cejudo. It's easy to go in there and fight the champion and beat the champion. Now, sorry, pardon me, easy isn't the right word. But when you get granted an immediate title shot at another weight class, the hard part about fighting for the belt is working your way towards it. Going through the murderer's row of contenders. You know what I mean? All those other guys that are just as hungry as you, that are all fucking good as well, you know, all have the potential to be a champion. That's the hard part. So I'm not saying it's easy to become the champion, but you skip by all the other contenders. So for Jones to fight Cormier at heavyweight, he's going straight in against Daniel Cormier. Now, picograms or no picograms, it's a guy that he's beaten twice on paper before. But would he be able to be successful against a Junior Dos Santos? Would he be able to beat Taito Avasa? Would he be able to beat those monsters up there? Yeah. I don't know. And that's an interesting question.
Did you get a chance to watch the main event, Jon Jones and Anthony Smith?
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah, what did you think of Jon Jones's performance?
I think he's a great fight, you know, like, but he needs a proper fight, like me. I'm sure I can give him a proper fight. You know, if you give one fight like warm, he will fight warm. If you give him one big fight, one hard fight and hot fight, you know, then Jon Jones can show more as well. Then I'm sure when I fight against him, you will see the great fight.
Do you feel like you are ready for a Jon Jones now? Like if they did in fact call you to fight him, or would you like to get maybe one or two of those fights, as you talked about, longer to get, you know, to learn more about yourself, go into the third round, things like that, before you fight someone quite like him?
Of course I'm ready for Jon Jones, but I want to be more ready than this, you know. Okay. I need more experience. I need more fights. Have more people front in my front of me, you know, like deserve this than me, like Marreta or other guys, you know. I'll take my time. I'll wait, no problem. But I'm ready for him. But I need more 4 fights, 3, you know, 5 more fights than possible.
Okay.
And I will be more ready for him.
He didn't talk to you after the fight?
No.
Does that bum you out?
No, not really. I mean, it's pretty par for the course. The guy, listen, Errol, I don't know what this guy has against me, but he obviously had something against me in 2013, and it's pretty obvious, even though he tries to say he doesn't, that he does now. His body language, his action speak one way, even though his words may speak another. And his disdain for me after the fight on Saturday night was so palpable. You could almost touch it.
Really? You could feel it?
I don't know what his problem is. I really don't. I've tried multiple times now to sit down with him and have a reasonable conversation and say, well, what is your issue with me? He won't even sit down with me, Ariel.
You could feel that he was upset after your fight?
Yeah, and I obviously read all of his comments on Twitter.
Right. So what did you feel like? Could you see him? Did you try to go up to him? Did you see him cage side?
Yeah, when I said something to him in the post-fight speech, but then obviously I hustled back. I tried to get out with Tyron. They didn't let me out. I was complaining. I ended up then going to watch Tyron's fight because they wouldn't let me out somewhere else. Then I had to go get stitches in my eye, and then I ended up having to do a bunch of media. And no, at no point did I cross paths with him.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Just do it! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it!